Hello, NWF Forward fans. It is your host, the Canary Kid. And you know what? Before we get into anything else and before I introduce my co host, it's time to get into a little thing. I want to have a one-to-one conversation with you all. As you can see, today our guest is some schmuck known as Ben Nelson. And I'm going to have to ask you all a big favor. I'm a little bit outnumbered because, there is now double the schmuck on this podcast. So I'm going to need y'all to help me out here because I know y'all aren't that much of schmucks compared to these two. So how about we just even the playing field and, slap these schmucks around and show them why the OGBIRD is the main host of NWF Forward. But anyway, now time to introduce my co-host. He is the crippled old man, crippled schmucker Crossen.
I believe it says 5-time NWF World Champion. Yes, and it's Crusher Crossen, and I like that little introduction. But you know what? You got it wrong. We don't have Ben Nelson. We have Badass Ben Nelson. That's the name I'm giving him. And you want to know why I'm calling him Badass? Because he's not a coward. He already said he'd get in the ring with Crusher if the time ever came to the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you know something? That's the kind of guy I'm talking about. Somebody who's got testicular fortitude. He's actually got a pair. All right.
What he has is nothing to lose. He has no sort of self-dignity, and he's willing to wrestle any old schmuck off the street, clearly, if he's willing to have a match with Schmucker Crossen. And you know what? Sean, I'll tell you this. You want to call him Badass Ben Nelson. Call him that all you want, but I'll tell you what I'll call him. I call him Bad Her Ben Nelson, because I mean, that dead raccoon on his head is awful, and, a little bit of a visual warning for you all. For anyone with photosensitive epilepsy or just doesn't like bad hair, because like most of us, you may want to cover your eyes when Ben comes on the screen because it may result in some sort of fit.
Well, as we were saying, when we had Mitch the Kid on, even Mitch on the show said he is a bit jealous of Ben with that hair because he said he's got the proper mullet.
Well, that's because Mitch is an alright nice guy. Mitch isn't going to tell it how it is. But unlike the Canary Kid, Mitch, has a bit of a filter. The Canary Kid doesn't. The Canary Kid says it how it is. And I'll tell you, you're an old man schmuck who thinks you're something when you're not. 5-time champion of absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Ben Nelson needs to go get a haircut and needs to look at what a good haircut is, like yours truly. Obviously, don't go to Crusher Cross and a better haircut considering he is balding severely. But, you want a good haircut, come to yours truly.
This is funny. You talk so tough when you're thousands of miles away. But, come the day, if I ever get face to face with you, I know what's going to happen. We all know. You're going to be a young, proper, well-spoken young man because I'll kick your tail from one end of that ring to the other if I ever physically got my hands on you. But when you're thousands of miles away, you can sit there and chirp all you want like you've been doing here.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I don't know if you realize, but this is a new week of NWF. Fast forward, this isn't last week or the week before. Because you seem to make the same comments every damn week, Crusher. I don't know if it's the dementia starting to settle in, you're forgetting that you're saying these things. But how about you find something new, maybe entertaining, and you know what? Maybe you wouldn't be a 5-time champion or nothing. Maybe would actually made it somewhere. And you
I think we've had this conversation. We've had this conversation before. I'm not going to stop until you actually fess up and say, yes, I'll do it. I can't stand a coward. I just can't. It's not in my blood. People compare you to Crusher Crossen. I was never a coward. I wouldn't back down from any challenge like Ben. Ben and I are from the same mold. I don't know what mold you're from, but it's the kind of the bird that flies south mode because you just won't get in the ring.
You know what? You say you can't stand for a Crusher. I'll tell you this. You can barely stand anyway with your knobbly knees. And you want to say that you don't know what mold I come from? I come from the mold made from the Greek gods of Olympus. Can you not see me? I am a specimen, and I am the former NIPW Junior Heavyweight Champion. May I add, the current longest reigning NIPW Junior Heavyweight Champion. So how about you quit your yapping, old man, and let's get this schmuck Ben Nelson.
We're going to get him on here. But that's the other thing. If I ever came out of retirement, maybe I bring like I said on Rewind, I'll bring my NWF belt out of retirement. And maybe me and Ben have that match, and Ben could become the NWF champion and rub it right in your face.
He can rub that in my face all he wants, but I can go to the average toy store and get a toy belt just like that one and show it in his face, and it would mean just as much. Nobody gives a crap about your old belt, Crusher.
It is, it's got the history of me. What can you say? And I got to say this. it would be an honor to lose the belt to somebody like Ben. We're going to talk to Ben about all of this when we get him in here. But before we bring Ben in, guys, I forgot to show the preview, the 3-minute preview. That's what going on to the NWF Video Network. So I'm gonna run that here quick, so that we can see that. And then when we come out of this promo, we will then bring in Ben. Sound good?
Love your eyes, everyone.
Yeah, this is promo. This is I think this is on the Video Network as of the 15th. So it just came on the network. And this is from the dry dock. It's a later show. So we're going to watch this 3-minute promo. And then when we come out of it, will we come on with Ben Nelson?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of the National Wrestling Battery Show. As it is in this case, wait a minute, Tom Tyler, the champion, coming from behind.
I love it. He's gonna obliterate this fat boy.
So now, Grizzly Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on that matches. Ice Dragon, a little pushy, Ricky Vaughn.
Hey.
As you, he's gonna.
Oh,
Ricky
a clothesline
Vaughn.
from the second rope.
Picked up like yesterday's laundry. Scoop and the slam. What is this? And hit! Oh!
Dr. Dredd just handed a foreign object to Dion Dallas. He's got it in his right hand.
What is this? Oh! A penny roll! I'll tell you one thing. Dion Dallas, I ain't finished with you. No how, no way, because I'm staying here, and I don't care what any of you goose out here.
This is gonna be
What is this? A flip scoop? Slam!
double suplex coming up. This is gonna hurt him. Shut the
Terrific.
ring.
Red, quite simply.
Red. Black
Oh!
and white, but the rest.
I'm not sure.
Airplane spin.
Spinning him around. Scoop and a slam by the Dr. Dredd does it to the big Russian. Back. Oh, and he wasn't. No, wait. Oh,
Picks him up by the hair.
bad
Suplex.
Next Saturday, next card, we're going to get a job done right. And after that, it's the World Tag Team Championship for me and this guy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there from Crusher Crossen.
Basically, you just gotta know what to do. You gotta know how to get around them. For instance, right here. You've seen how Grizzly got around that maneuver. It's been a while since we've been here at the mic, Jeff. I believe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it has. It's kind of tough to get behind the mic and.
Jason did
Look at this!
Whoa!
Slammed him.
I've never
Slammed the
seen
big
that
man.
happen. I've never seen that happen.
I guess. There we go. And there we have who I like to call Badass Ben Nelson.
There we are.
Welcome in, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on here, I got to say.
Oh, it's so bad.
And it's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here.
It's so
And-
bad. It's so bad.
Man, honestly, on a serious note, you've been doing a lot of some serious stuff here in wrestling in Europe and everything. Lots of big
Yeah, all over
matches
the
that
place.
you've had, and I think Canary's having a meltdown over there. I don't know. He's trying to meditate.
Just cut your hair. It's hideous. How much insects are living in there? It may as well be some sort of insect museum.
Why are you jealous? dude?
Christ, it looks like a beehive.
Yeah, this same haircut beat you on the weekend in Portugal.
Yeah, remember the time we had that one-on-one match with me
Well-
and you, and then that time I
Yeah.
fought your brother one-on-one as well, and I whipped both of
Okay,
you.
before you get too wild and crazy here, Canary, let's just update everybody on what happened in Portugal. There was a big tag team match.
Mm.
What was it like? Was it a 4-man or a 5? Was it a big
5-on-5.
5-on-5?
and
Kind of
no
like a
contribution.
Survivor Series kind of
No
tag match.
contribution from Ben.
And what
I mean,
happened there? Like, how did that go?
So what happened
we
was,
came into
right?
the
It was I'll tell you the story, Ben. You shut your damn mouth. So what happened was, it was a rowdy night in Portugal. I came out and I tried my best. I loved all those fans. I was so nice to them, but these wicked and cruel people, they just did not seem to have it in for the bird. So they had it out for me. They didn't like me. I don't know why, but they
Why?
attacked-
Because you're being disrespectful to Crusher Crossen and the word got out.
Excuse me.
That's what's going on.
Excuse me, senior citizen spoke when spoken to. Anyway, so as I was saying, all right, So these fans just started attacking me. There was a obese man with a Rey Mysterio mask who started attacking me. Like I was in danger. And you know what? I still try my best to fight for it. Next thing you know, some Portuguese bald man who clearly had some sort of form of alopecia like you, Crusher, he ended up hitting me a spear out of nowhere and he got the win. You know what? I'm proud of the guy. He was a nice young talent. That's all I remember. This guy, Ben, he was basically a manager. He just sat at ringside chanting. That's all he did.
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
schmuck.
I think that's where you're wrong. You see, because we were in the ring and you didn't see me, so I hit you with an arm drag and another one. When you were in that corner, you rolled the ace. You didn't know what was going on. You must have been amazed at the hair. I think that's what it was. You
And
loved the
so, Ben, your team beat the Canary Kid's team, and it
That's
was the
right.
Canary Kid that actually got pinned. Am I correct?
I don't. Yeah, I got pinned by a nice up and coming Portuguese talent. Ben had nothing to do with it. Let's remember that.
I had it.
Anyway, all right, now can I just get on to the first question? First question, Ben. At what point did your mother stop loving you?
My mother loves you very much.
Loves me a lot more. That's just
Man,
leave
I
it
don't
at
know.
that.
I'm
some of
sensing,
the
Remember
some of the
your
comments
sensing a
about
real
you.
negative vibe here with the Canary Kid this week, ladies and gentlemen. I
Yeah.
gotta apologize.
The only
Um,
negative thing in this podcast is that haircut, and I'll tell you that now. Now let's get on to the comments.
Yeah, let's get on to the comments because Gizmo has a comment right off the bat here. When we were talking about the world title, he took note to what you said, Canary, and he said this. I must say that I am honored to have received one of Crusher's belts. He did get one from the Hall of Fame voting. And I can assure you that it is not lame. It represents all the history of the NWF. So
You know
there
what?
you go.
I agree with you, Gizmo. You know what? I completely agree. When I was younger on Christmas Day, waking up to a toy wrestling championship, I for sure did not think that thing was lame. But how about this, Gizmo? How about you stop commenting and you can comment when I tell you can comment, you absolute schmuck, because you're just as bad as these two hicks.
Okay.
All right.
Next comment.
And then Damien says, welcome, Ben.
Thank you.
How would you rate the Canary Kid compared to the other wrestlers you have faced? Now, Canary, you just got to zip it and let him answer because you've been chirping too much. You got to let him talk, then you'll have your
To
say.
be honest, I'd actually put the Canary Kid up there. I'd say top 3 for me. The only thing that he needs to fix is that attitude.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. Now you can talk, Canary.
Yeah, you need to fix that haircut. Next comment.
Yep. Yeah, you want to say that again, mate? Yeah.
You want to fix that knee as well? You cripple.
Getting a
Come
bit
on.
older.
All right, we got a couple more. We got a regular here. You guys all know him, Wrestling Revolution Keaton. And he says this. He's watching, so he's up late. What was it like wrestling with Kendo Nagasaki?
I'm sorry, but before that question got answered, you read the comment wrong. It said, what it like wrestling with Kendo Nagasaki. Learn how to type, you absolute schmuck, ill-bred child.
And by the
but
way,
yes,
you touch
translation.
him and you heard him wearing a Crusher Crossen shirt and I catch wind of that, I will fly to Northern Ireland and take care of business.
I'll
by the
tap
way.
dance on both your heads at once and you'll do nothing about it, you old man. Ben, answer the question if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, no, wrestling Kento Nagasaki was really fun. There was I learned so much being in the ring with him. Never mind talking to him. He's got a lot of insight in the business from his day that can be very useful nowadays, and I think I took a lot away from it.
Did you learn like a lot of I know you practiced with them quite a bit, right? You know,
Yeah, we practiced a lot.
preparing
I
for it.
The day before, we were 5 hours practicing the match, and it's just something I've never done before. But you do learn so much about it, and
Sure.
I definitely learned more than what Ricky knows anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a huge match. And just think, Ben, you had a match with Kendo, then you'll get a match with Crusher, and you'll have all these legends that should be in the ring with. And then where's the Canary Kid? He's just sitting there going against the schmucks of the NIPW and the ones that are like in the cellar in the ratings. Meanwhile, Ben is like way up here.
So I got a title match as well.
Yeah, you know
Put
what?
the NWF title on there. Why not? I don't care.
Clearly,
I'm cool with
Crusher,
that.
just like most people, doesn't have a clue about Ben's career. Crusher, what Ben was alluding to was the fact that he has a junior heavyweight title match coming up, so he has a chance to hold the belt that I made famous.
Oh, that's right.
But anyway,
with DD Crooks, yes.
Yeah, zip it. Anyway, but what I was saying was that you're saying he could face all these legends, and you know what? You're right. Ben could kind of be like Randy Orton. You ever get the way he was the legend killer, but instead he's the pensioner killer, because he's going around killing people like Kendo Nagasaki and you. Jesus Christ, he may as well just go in a nursing home and start choking people out, and it'll have the same effect.
Yeah. I think somebody, you know what, Ben? You hold him, I'll hit him. I think is
No
what
problem.
we need
Yeah,
to do
sounds
here.
good.
Let's get here. We got some more comments. Wrestling Revolution Keaton continues on to say, bird chirping per usual.
Next.
And then we got Sky Sports Video News. Got a question for Ben. Ben, when did you start wrestling and how old were you when you started wrestling in real matches?
So I started wrestling, I think, the end of July last year. When I was 16, I started training. That's when I unfortunately met Ricky.
Really? I thought you were 17, so you started when you were 16, huh?
Yeah. And then
See,
Ricky
no one knows what you're
unfortunately became my mentor. And I had to listen to him.
Oh my gosh, you need
You
a new
are
mentor.
welcome.
I will be your new mentor. He's
You are
fired.
welcome.
He is fired. I will be your new mentor.
And then I started wrestling this February, and my first match was in Portugal in a Rumble, which was quite fun. So,
Where
Yeah.
was the first match?
Portugal, you
Fermentage.
said?
Oh, Fermentage. Fermentage.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's a cup that he was so generously given by the Fermentagians.
Is that like in a bar or something? Is that like a beer mug
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bar.
It's a nice bar. Really nice bar. A lot of memories.
So I don't know. Like, I got a question with bar cards, guys, because I did enough of those. Do you find when you do these bar shows that the crowd is more rowdier? They are here,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more.
especially when they
They're
start getting
nuts.
alcohol in them.
They're
Yeah.
crazy. I
Yeah,
love it.
so
I love it.
Ricky had a great experience. You know, they had the crowd were chanting at him. And all. They're doing this towards him, certain Bishin, yes. Which
yes. Which
Ricky,
means...
would you want to tell them what that means?
So yeah, Bishin yes means absolute unit. They were chanting that at me, just talking about how much of a stud I was. Anyway, I think there's more questions in the comments here. If you just want to
No,
move
there's
on.
For
not.
everybody
That's what I was
wondering,
saying.
it means he has a small... We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, yes, keep rolling in with the questions, guys. We'll keep them, and I'm all caught up on them. Let's see. So, I got some of my own. But just for the record, though, Ben, and then we'll get on with the regular questions. But you are not afraid, right, to get in the ring with Crusher? I want to clear that up because
Not
Ben,
at all.
there he
I'll
is.
gladly step into
Okay.
the ring with Crusher.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't care win, lose, or draw. It doesn't matter. It would be an awesome opportunity for you and me.
Exactly. The respect.
Yes. And respect, and maybe, who knows? Maybe the NWF World title would get a new birth with
Maybe.
badass Ben Nelson.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, you're talking Ben up like he's some sort of hero and he's some sort of legend. I don't know what hero I know that goes around beating up old men, but I sure as hell don't see any these days. The kind of hero I am, which is a real hero, is the kind of guy who seeks pity on those who he sees weak. And I see you as very, very, very weak, Crusher. And, you know, out of respect for your so-called legendary resume that you have within these 12 schmucks watching this stream, I decided not to kick your ass, and out of respect, I don't do anything, too negative towards you. Meanwhile, Ben here, who is in second coming of the devil with that haircut alone, he, however, does not have any sort of self-dignity and is willing to beat up old men. So, just like Ben, I'm not afraid. I just seek pity on you.
Well, before you go any further, Canary, I just want to say, if you don't want to face Crusher, face me for that title.
Yeah, maybe I come
For
out
what title?
and I bring the belt,
For the
and we have a
NWF.
match between the Canary Kid and
Maybe.
Badass Ben to see
Bring another
who
retirement.
wins the NWF World title.
Look, if you want to do a match for the NWF World title, go for it, but don't count me in it. I've stopped fighting for toy championships when I was 8 years old on trampolines. I haven't done it since then. So, Ben, if you want to get on a trampoline with your wee brother or something and have tickle fights for the championship, you go ahead. But me personally, not my kind of thing, buddy.
Ricky, you're the type of person to lose a tickle fight.
You're the kind of person to partake in a tickle fight.
And all I know is you're the kind of person that only can be a one-time champ.
Sorry, Crusher, if the professionals are talking, you just want to keep it down there? Yeah.
And here's now, okay, Wrestling Insider says this: Canary would take you both in a handicap match. Okay, Wrestling Insider, would you like to put a little wager on that? If you think Canary could beat Ben and me, Canary can't even beat either one of us separately. How can he beat both of us at the same time?
Oh, I can't. Oh, let me just get up a little video here, Crusher, if you don't think I can beat any of you separately. It's funny you mention this because I actually faced Ben not too long ago and it was a one-on-one match. And, Ben, do you want to enthrall them in the result of that match or will I go ahead?
When he was a young rookie starting out.
My first ever singles match, it was me versus Canary. Mentor versus the the mentee.
And then what?
Um,
And then I whipped you.
unfortunately,
Yep, get to the point.
unfortunately, Canary Kid did beat me, but I'm telling you, last
You were
weekend Monday,
just starting out, Ben.
he was just
an
Fast
absolute
forward
schmuck.
to Portugal in this tag match
what hap-
where the Canary got annihilated and
And you
pinned
know
in the
what?
middle of the ring.
That pin did not happen from bad hair Ben Nelson. That happened from a young Portuguese talent. And you know what, Ben? Remember your big brother, the person you look up to, the person who got you in the wrestling. You know what happened when I faced him 1-on-1 for that championship? I whipped his ass, and you were no help for him either. So,
unfortunately,
Yeah,
another
guy.
a recurrent event.
He's another rookie at the time, just starting out, not a
He
lot of
wasn't a rookie.
experience.
He'd had enough matches at that point, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think Canary's had a real challenge yet, to be honest with you.
Real challenge? What real challenge have you had? The only real challenge you have, Crusher's trying to get out of bed in the morning, try and get up the stairs. All right.
Yeah.
God forbid you go somewhere and they don't have an elevator, because after that it's just hard to watch. It's like seeing you ever see watch hyenas stalking their prey? Like they've done just enough damage and they just watch it slowly limp away and then wait for it to bleed out. That's how I feel watching Crusher go up a set of stairs.
you talk a lot, mate.
He does. He does talk.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I just
smell a lot.
when I ended up moving across town and I had a 300-pound purple mattress. You know, when I was know what purple mattresses are, they those mattresses that they're heavy as hell. And I moved it down 2 flights of stairs myself. I would take Canary Ben and I would press him once. I would press him twice. And in that dojo, I'd toss him about to the last row in there where hopefully somebody would catch him. Is what would happen if Canary Kid ever got in the ring with me. I'll tell you that. And I don't think it'll happen, though, because he's the coward kid, as we know. But,
do you not get to talk around your other friends or something, Crusher? You have not shut your mouth since I came on this podcast. I must tell you that.
Boy, if that's not the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what is.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
All right, give your questions to Schmuck so I can hurry up.
Well, we can still keep doing the questions, but I thought let's go into the watch along screen and start watching some of Ben's matches as well. So let's do that.
Yeah. What's the first match we're going to be watching, Ben?
I gotta get this comment out.
And you know what? I'll give one thing to Ben. You know what? He may have a bad haircut, he may have a bad attitude, he may have no respect to a more superior being like myself. But one thing he does have, he's quite a talented individual in the ring with a lot of potential. And I'm very proud of one thing, and that's the fact that he's already surpassed me in matches. And he's had so much less time. And you know what? All I can say is well done, Ben. You're doing great. And you're very welcome for my amazing mentorship, because it wasn't for me, then, you wouldn't even be here. And it wasn't for people like me and my tag team partner, John McCann, paving the way for young talent like yourself, then this whole shabazz of you being on this podcast wouldn't be happening under my watch.
I'm sorry, Ricky, were you talking there?
Oh, did your ugly haircut block your ears or something?
Were you talking there?
Like, I understand Crusher not hearing because he has dodgy hearing aids, the old man, but you not hearing me, I expect a bit better. So maybe brush that hair aside, maybe put it in a ponytail so it doesn't get in the way.
There, mate. Don't you worry.
Maybe give me a handlebar or something.
This is gonna play, but I gotta bring it in. It looks like it didn't come in correctly, so I gotta bring in his matches. So hang on, we'll just bring it in. It'll take a second to upload.
He's so old, he doesn't know how to work a computer. Jeez.
There we are. I'll just have to bring him in manually here. All right, I'll just wait for a second for that to come in, and once I get him in, then we'll be able to. All right, just got to wait for it to finish. So we can keep chatting while we wait. So it's just going to take about a minute or two before this comes in.
What a shock. Of course, you want to keep chatting, you absolute chatterbox. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
but what else do you want to say?
I can't wait. I can't wait to just shut him up once and for all. Mm-hmm. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you try and do that, buddy. Yeah.
See, Ricky, the problem is I wrestle old people. For some reason, Ricky, you like to disrespect them.
Yeah, because I don't like to beat up old people. I've made this very clear. I don't repeat my point, and I understand. As I mentioned before, Crusher is starting to.
I show them respect. I compete with them, whereas you just like to disrespect them and hide.
Yeah, maybe old men who are way past it. Maybe that's your territory. But for me, I go for people in their prime, and I whoop them in their prime, and I show people the prime Canary Kid.
Weekend, didn't it?
Zip it.
Well, guys, speaking of prime, here's a question from Damien. He says this. Crusher, how long did you hold the heavyweight title, and how long did Ricky reign on top? Which time, Damien? I mean, there was 5 times. The longest was over a year. So, I mean, if I combined it all, several years. So, Canary, how long did you reign on top?
Okay, so we're talking. Are we talking about legitimate titles or toy championships? Because toy championships, I've been holding a title that's probably in my cupboard somewhere for the past probably 10 years or so. So yeah, I beat your reign and I beat Bruno Sammartino or whatever. But if we're talking about legitimate championships, I'm the longest reigning junior heavyweight champion of NIPW's entire history. Just to let you know, Damien, I held that title for 140 strong days. Nobody overtook me in 140 days. I'm the only man to ever take that championship cross continent. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, Ben, go try and think of someone else who brought it to a different continent. You're looking at me like you're. I don't know if you thought I said something wrong or you got a whiff of yourself.
I'm just gonna let you talk. Come on.
Yeah, you let me talk because I'm the only person that people come here to listen to. But yes, as I was saying, I'm the only man to bring a cross-continent when I wrestled for an amazing company known as C4 Wrestling in Canada, and I represented that championship perfectly. So
you represented the championship. You didn't even defend it.
It's not about defending, it's about representing. Crusher, what would you know about defending? The only defending you ever did was going, no, it's my championship. I'm going to tell my mom on you. Shut your mouth.
I thought you were a fighting champion. Isn't that how you said it in your promos? You're a fighting champion?
Yeah, you're fighting for your life every morning. You old hag. All right? So you know what? And I'll tell your curs the same thing. I don't give a damn who you are, but I'll come there and I'll cave your head in if you keep talking to me like this. I'll tell you that.
Let's see. Here's another comment. From ICDA World says, you just going to let him talk to you like that, Ben?
Yeah, he is, because he's a good little girl. He's daddy's little princess.
I believe the question was to Ben.
No one cares about what Ben has to say. I'm telling you this now. Ben will do what he's told and he'll stay quiet.
I'm the reason this show is going along here.
All right, clearly Ben doesn't keep up, just like I don't keep up with his lackluster career. So you see, actually, Ben, not too long ago, we had a show where we didn't have guests. We've actually done that more than once. You want to know why? Because the Canary Kid is enough. Back in Crusher's day, when he was the only host here, he couldn't have done this show without another person. But me, I can run this show single-handedly because this is a one-man band over here. It's a one-man show and the one-man event. Nobody else cares about these two schmucks here. They care about me. All right? So, you know what, Ben? Without you, it would have been the Canary Show. And with you, it's still the Canary Show because nobody cares about Ben, Schmelson, Nelson, or whatever.
So I'm just going to answer that question that was asked.
There we go.
Let's just watch some badass. Let me shut your mouth, Ben.
Okay, yeah. We'll watch this match then.
I love this match. I love the result. That's why.
Bring the audio down so we can hear ourselves.
I get injured in this match.
There we go.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, Ben, what are we watching here?
This is a handicap match against Samson Law.
That big guy.
I swear every match you're in, Ben's a handicap match because you're handicapped yourself. But anyway, as I was going to say, fun fact about this match, I was actually watching this match live from Canada, and you know what? Ben put up a good performance. I'll give him that. I was on a FaceTime from my mum. Thanks, Mum.
Sure.
But yeah, I was on FaceTime watching it. And you know what? I was impressed with his performance. He was still in his early days. Clearly, his brother, though, is in the early days of learning to pull up his trousers because, god damn it, I do not care about your Calvin Klein's, Jordan. But no, all round, I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed the result even more, though.
Yeah, I did get injured in this match, unfortunately.
How did the injury happen?
You'll see it near the start, but he goes to throw me into the corner, and I don't know what happened. I think I just slipped. And
is that it right there?
I hit my ribs right on the corner.
Well, you didn't hit your ribs there. While we're waiting for that moment, Sports Talk has a question, Ben. He says, what are your plans for future in wrestling? Do you plan on traveling?
I plan on taking it as far as I can, you know. Wrestling's always been what I wanted to do since I was young, and I'm doing it now. I'm achieving my dreams, so.
So, like, when they talk about traveling, though, I know, like, he's in the United States, so he's wondering, like, are you going to stay in the European area? Are you going to try to get outside of the Europe? Maybe come to the U.S., Canada, Japan?
I'm in Europe now, and then I've been wrestling in Europe for a while now, for the year. So I'm trying to go over to Hong Kong, maybe.
Hong Kong?
Which I know a few guys over there who've invited me and my brother to wrestle.
Well, that's cool.
And then over to Canada as well, because I do know a great wrestler up there called Nelson Creed, who's also, I think, just a distant cousin from me, so
Never heard of him. Just like no one else here has heard
well,
of him.
have
He's
you not?
absolutely
Yeah,
nobody.
NWA champion. I don't know.
NWA champion, nobody gives a crap. It's just like the NWF title, it's washed and no one cares.
Wow.
Anyway, back on this match. This is a good part. Is this where you hurt yourself?
That's exactly where I hurt
I
myself.
love this part.
Right there, huh?
It's my favorite part. Almost as good as the finish. And, you know, is it a gimmick that you guys do where you don't know how to pull up your trousers? Maybe if you had a championship for once in your career, you know how to hold it up with a belt.
You're funny.
Speaking of championship, Sky Sports Video News says, Ricky, how many title defenses did you have?
Good quit. Let me actually...
Yeah, no one cares. Right? No one cares. Right?
Yeah, does anybody even care? I mean, he's just a he's just a what? It was just like the lightweight championship. It's not like the main title in NIPW, right?
Yeah, and it's just a
Maybe
shame you
this
couldn't
is
win
the
any
main
titles in Crusher
the-
because we don't have no... You know, seeing in IPW, you couldn't win any championships because we don't have the obesity championship, so your weight class isn't actually here yet. But yeah, so to answer your question, Sky Sports Video News, I think it's 4. I could be wrong. Up for correction. 3 or 4, I think.
Four defenses in 140 days. Come on, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's more like sitting on the belt versus defending it.
Sorry, let me just ask Ben. So Ben, how many title defenses have you had?
I've not had a title defense. Right?
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's
that.
kind
So
of like
until
how
then,
you know how a bird sits on its eggs. Ricky sits on his belt, and he just doesn't make a defense.
Yeah, and I'll stand on your head if you keep talking to me like that.
Oh, Ricky's getting roasted a little bit, and it's a good thing. It's a
Ricky's
good
getting
thing.
roasted a little bit. Yeah, Ricky's getting... Shut up.
He's talking too much. Yo, be sheen, yes. Be quiet.
Be sheen, yes. It was enough sheen yes for your mother anyway.
It's funny how you guys lost. It sounds like you lost your voice too a bit, Ben.
Yeah, I lost my voice really bad. I sounded...
Ben was really bad the day after. He was really bad. He could barely talk.
Yeah.
Because you guys are yelling so much.
It was kind of like how you sound, Christian, when you're not in your breathalyzer.
I don't know what that would be like since I don't have anything like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. I can see the straw coming from the bottom of your neck already.
You know, when you're the 5-time champ, you know, you don't need a breathalyzer.
Try and stand up straight without having your knees go like that. Like it's a wally bit of plywood. Oh yeah, you're real quiet now, aren't you? Yeah, good boy. Yeah, you shut your mouth. Any more comments?
Not for you.
Any more comments? That wasn't my question. Are you going senile or something?
No, there's no more comments.
Okay, so there was no comments in general, not just for me. So it's not for you either, you idiot.
So yeah, we actually got a comment coming in. I'm just waiting for it to come in. Waiting for it to hit the thing. It hasn't hit the... There it is. So it's just for you, Ben. Damien says, Ben, this is an excellent match. You took a lot of hard bumps. Great showmanship. I would love to see you and Ricky fight. Well, you know, like I said, I'm going to comment on this. The fight they had was when he was a young rookie. Because starting out wasn't quite prepared and everything. Now we would have a good match. And I think Ben would probably beat him up pretty well and easily. But... You know, so I don't know if it'd be a fun one to watch. It would just be like a squash match, is what we used to say back in the day.
You see, I don't know. I'm going to give a little bit of respect here to Ricky because Ricky has been putting in work behind the scenes. He's been putting on the mass, as some would say. So it will be. He tells
me he's got his drop kick down pretty good. He thinks I'd be proud of it. I'd like to see this myself.
He has as well.
I think I have good drop kick now. You have to give me that, Ben. I think my drop kick's getting pretty good. I'm quite proud of my drop kick these days.
I haven't seen it yet, but when I see it, and I'll give you my 2 cents.
You know what, Damien? What you're saying is you'd love to see me and Ben fight. You know what? Crusher says that I fought a Ben who wasn't experienced. You know what? You might be right. Ben was still in his early days. He had still only been training for, I think, just about 8 or 9 months at that point. So you know what? You're right. But one thing that you can look forward to is that now that I've got a bit bored of winning championships in the singles division, me and John have decided to come back and rule the tag team division. So whenever Nathan gets these tag titles and I make Ben cry himself to sleep when he sees that, you know what, his dream of becoming the inaugural NIPW tag team champions falls apart before his very eyes, and he sees me and the inaugural NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion John McCann holding those championships high above him, and his ugly haircut, he'll understand that it was all just a dream.
Speaking of John, as I like to say, John the Man McCann.
I completely agree with you. John is the man.
He did also say it would be an honor to get in the ring with Crusher Cross, and he has no problem with that. So I just
There
want to
you
point
go.
that out.
Yep, you can keep talking about all these people you know who want to beat up old men, but me personally, I have higher standards. But yeah, I completely agree. John is indeed the man. He is my tag team partner. We are next level, the greatest tag team in NIPW history. Ben, if you want to argue that, look at our resume, undefeated, something you are not.
Yeah, I will argue with that. Where's next level been?
Well, hang on a second, guys. We just
Next-
got a comment here. I got to bring this one in. Ice Cream Reviews, Northern Ireland says,
Well said.
Canary, what was it like when you were destroyed by your coach? Now, I didn't hear about this match yet, so I don't know anything about it.
Ice Cream Reviews, well, let me just tell you this. Before I answer your question, Ice Cream Reviews, don't know what kind of name it's that. One thing I can ensure is that the only person that will be screaming will be your mother. Anyway, as I was saying, Canary Kid, what was it like when you were destroyed by your coach? It was, you know what, it was a good experience. I was happy to, you know what, if I'm going to lose to anyone, I'm happy it was my coach. He caught me off guard with a move that me and Ben probably shouldn't talk about.
The move you messed up.
He caught me off guard.
The move you messed up.
How about we talk
Is that
about
where
when
the
I
Canary
called-
Cutter got messed up?
It wasn't a canary cutter. It was just a cutter cross, and she just said, "But you weren't there." Anyway, so the that's
Well,
fine.
yeah, it's just a cutter because it didn't work.
Crusher, what's the question for you? No. Okay. Yeah. So, what was it like when you were destroyed by your coach? It was a good experience. You know what? I learned a lot from that match. And one thing, if you actually did your research, make your mum scream reviews, you would realize that I actually beat Nathan, my coach, when I had way less experience. So it just shows that we're 1-1, and maybe we'll have a tiebreaker, and I'll show him, his wife, his daughter, and your mum, and you, why I am the OG BIRD, the hardest hitting in the entirety of NIPW.
Why don't you show me?
Do you want to watch the match, or
Here's a
you need
question.
extra glasses?
Gizmo says, Ben, he says, Ben, do you have a famous finisher like Canary Kid's bird dance? Yeah, that's kind of
actually is your
what it
finisher.
is.
Unfortunately, I don't win many matches, so my finishers never usually hit. But I do use the paintbrush kick in the corner, or also known as Sami Zayn's haluva kick.
You know what's funny about finisher? Back in the day when we were doing it in the 80s, you didn't have finishers. Finishers wasn't a thing. You just had signature moves you do a lot. And sometimes they'd revolve, they'd change, be a couple of them. So do you have any? So don't think of it as a finisher. Do you have any like moves you like to do all the time that are kind of like your signature?
So yeah, the haluva kick that Sami Zayn uses, and then there's the famouser as well. I love the famouser.
Yeah.
Two nice moves. Oh, what do you know? You just lost.
But it was Jordan that got pinned. I didn't mind us point out.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the rest of this video, to be honest with you.
I don't think we see the rest of this. We just go to the next match.
That's good, because I get powerbombed.
And you also skipped the greatest promo in Northern Irish wrestling history.
Now, Ben, what are we watching? What are we watching here?
So this is me and my brother against Nando Libre and Nate Maddox, our coach.
Our coach. Oh no, this is even worse because I just got made fun of about losing. Whatever.
So you see, Ricky, if you watch this video, this is how you beat your coach. Also, may I say, congratulations to Nate Maddox on his having a baby.
Congrats.
Yeah, I congratulate him personally.
Little Georgia.
That's a big shout out to Nathan for having his first. Is it his first child?
First child,
yeah, first child. Nice, healthy daughter.
So,
big shout out for that.
More important thing, you know his daughter. You know what the first match he's ever watched, and this got confirmed by Nathan. It was a Canary Kid match. You just remember that, guys? It was Canary Kid versus Nate Maddox. So
That's all I ever hear out of this guy is everything. It's all about him.
You know what, Crusher? You probably just you don't get it
because you're gonna grow up hating wrestling.
You just shut your mouth, Ben. You don't get it. You just don't get it. You say I'm all I, and I'm cocky. I'm not, but you just don't get how it feels to be like me. You know how it feels to wake out of bed and look at yourself in the mirror and go, "Damn, I'm amazing." You don't get that feeling, so obviously I'm going to be cocky because I'm literally the greatest thing to ever walk the earth.
My favorite is your first promo for Forward when you're like, you know what, Canary, you were doing such a good job as a junior heavyweight champion. And then when he comes on the first show, Ben, he doesn't have the belt anymore because he lost it. And now, think of this, Ben. I know he's chirping. We just got to let him chirp. But remember this. You got a shot at DD Crooks coming up.
That's true, yeah. Big title shot.
So if you win, you're gonna have that belt that he's so cherished about when he had it.
That's true.
You know what, Crusher? You can talk like this about like Ben winning the title, like it's a bad thing for me. I talk bad about Ben all the time. He knows I respect him, but I'll talk bad about him until the cows come home. One person that I hate more than Ben Nelson is that stinking, filthy, daddy issues ridden, ugly emo DD Crooks. So I pray for his downfall every day. And you know what? Ever since his weird big brother, I don't know, boy toy or whatever that was, Sage Valentine, ever since he turned his back on him, I let the laugh on his face. Me and Stevie Fee cracked open a cold one and celebrated because it was something that we've been praying for a long time.
I'm going to get to bring back Patty, but I want to bring Sports Video in first because I'm curious as well. Sports Video says, Ben, why are you wearing that bandage on the side during this match?
Because of the last match.
Because of the last match when I got injured. Really.
So what is that bandage doing? What is it?
It did absolutely nothing.
It's sports tip, so it's meant to like.
Hang on, you guys are talking over each other. What was it?
Inflammation, and just help injuries from stop.
Is it like a Band-Aid? What is it?
It's sports tip. It's called kinesiology.
Sports tip. Okay. So it's like it's helping. Like, how does it work?
It stops inflammation.
Really?
Your whatever you're putting it on.
Interesting. And, I've never seen anything like that.
Reduces pain.
Yeah. All right. Let me bring back Patty's comment in. When will we see the birdie stop running away and accept the challenge to the 5-timer? Yes.
5-timer.
When are we going to see it, Canary?
You know what's funny? You're saying when? Maybe if you go to sleep and pray and, hope for the right dream, you might see it in your dreams. Because that's all you're ever going to see, a kid. You are never, ever going to see this old man get the fight. The greatest wrestler on planet Earth, the OGBIRD, the longest reigning NIPW junior heavyweight champion, the blood, may I emphasize, the globetrotter of NIPW, because I've been everywhere. All right? So you will never see that match because I don't fight nobodies.
All right, let's ask Ben. Let's get Ben's opinion. Ben, what would happen if Crusher Crossen faced Canary Kid?
I think it'll be a interesting match. I think Ricky would run.
I agree. You're telling me. Look, that would be the thing. I need a cage match. I need a way to keep him from running. Is what I need. I need a cage match, I think, or a chain match.
I don't think the match would happen because Ricky would get counted out.
Unless I get him in like a Russian chain match or something.
A bull rope match.
Yeah, or bull rope, some way where he can't run away. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's a honest opinion that I would say has a lot of credibility. What do you think, Ricky?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was busy watching what not to do in a wrestle match. So if you would mind shutting your mouth, and we actually do the watch along section instead of the yap section, yeah.
Oh, are you gonna pin your coach? Oh wait, that's Jordan. So Darren
he doesn't even know who he's watching.
Darren says, "Shush." Darren says, "What are your go-to songs at karaoke? Canary is bound to be an Elvis number. I wonder where that would come from. The Elvis, the King."
I want to know if Ben could guess what my karaoke song would be, considering he has videos of me doing this song. But yeah,
I'm gonna say Ricky's would be "Hot to Go." Got to be.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Very good, yeah. I don't know what I would go for.
Wait a minute, what song, Ben?
So "Hot to Go." It's a new song that came out this year.
Yeah, some new stuff I'm not gonna know.
I've got a video I can send you of Ricky doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can send you
that. I'd like to see. Oh, don't worry, Ricky. I won't embarrass you with it.
Oh, I'll put it on here, no problem. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, Ricky was getting all dancing with Hillbilly Kid's Cotton Eye Joe. I was going to say Cotton Eye Joe.
That's a good song, to be fair, yeah. I don't know what I would go for.
What would yours be?
Oh, a nice elbow off the top rope.
What music do you like?
I listen to a lot of music, Ricky.
I'm thinking I'd be popping bottles isn't like a karaoke song.
No, not really.
Guys, what was the ring size in Portugal? I was going to ask you. I know you're used to the smaller ring here.
But it's really weird. It's a self-built ring, so it's like between 14 and 16.
You could have said 15, buddy.
15 footer?
It's not 15 though.
between 14 and 16. It's not 15.
So it's still fairly the same, roughly the same size. So you weren't too far off from it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I love the
My
Portuguese drink.
Longby, that's a really good question.
I'm actually trying to think about this. I think me and Ben would do hot to go together.
Yeah.
Bye Backstreet. No, bye.
So you guys
I would
beat
do the
them.
dance.
and
That
sing,
gorgeous beat them.
Baby, bye.
And by the way, Ben, what's that goofy dance you do every now and then that you get caught off guard doing it? Like you start doing the silly dance.
So we came up with that in Portugal, me and Ricky.
The dancey dance.
So we were in a McDonald's at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and we started dancing, and that came across that, and yeah.
It's a great point to do it. I like how you do it in the match. You'll do a move and you think you got it under control, and you do that fun dance, not paying attention while the guy's getting up.
Yeah, and then
Catches
Ricky
you off guard.
took advantage of that last time.
I did take I forgot. I German suplexed you. Oh my god! If we had good video footage of that match, it would be on here because it was a really fun match. To be fair, it was.
That was
really
good.
fun.
That was good fun.
Fun fact about me and Ben's match, and I hate to kill the mood. That match took place, and it shows my dedication. That match took place during my grandmother's wake. So, I don't know. Do you know what a wake is, Crusher? I don't know if you stood over there.
Is that like for a funeral?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like the pre.
for the house.
Right.
like-
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that was the night of a tournament to become number one contender for Junior Heavyweight Championship, which I would go on to win and become the longest reigning Junior Heavyweight Champion ever. Anyway, but that was part of a night where I beat two men as well, Ben and John. But
Very well done.
I know I'm amazing. But yep, that was during my grandmother's funeral. So that just shows, even in that mindset, I was still able to beat this absolute nobody, Ben Schmelson Nelson or whatever, and an amazing opponent in my tag team partner and the inaugural Junior Heavyweight Champion and the first ever student of the Lions Den, John McCann.
Yep.
So just keep in mind, whenever you talk bad about the Canary Kid, you're talking bad about the young man who at the age of only 16 at the time walked into a place, won a tournament, became an number one contender for a championship, all while his grandmother was lying in a coffin in his house. Remember that.
Well, here's Sports Talk 117's got a comment. Says, I think Ricky's song would be "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" by Shania Twain.
You know, it's funny you're saying that. What are you trying to get at there? Sports Talk 117, are you trying to say there's something wrong with feeling like a woman? Are you being sexist right now? Are you trying to say women are inferior or something? How about
Leave it for Ricky to go political.
How about you send your full name, address, IP address, email address, social security number, and everything in here, and we'll see how long you last on the mean streets of Belfast, buddy. All right? Because we don't take great the sexism over here. Schmuck.
Insulting all the fans as usual.
Yeah, Ben's hair's insulting the fans enough. Just look at him. Look at him fixing that hair, trying to rip all the nests of insects out of it. You're never getting it out, buddy. It's been there for years.
So I got a question now. That dead gorgeous and this is dead sexy. There's a kind of similarity there. Why'd they choose that gimmick when it's so close to your own?
Don't get us
They're
started.
wannabes.
Don't get us started, please.
They're wannabes. That's all it is.
I'm not saying don't get
wannabes.
don't get us started.
Kinda
It's
like,
so
I can
frustrating.
relate to that, Ben. You know, wannabe, because like Canary Kid's a crusher wannabe.
He's just a wannabe crusher.
I
That's
get
what
it. Yes, totally. Yeah.
I'm a wannabe who? Who?
Are you talking Ricky again? Sorry.
Yeah, did you hear something, Ben? I thought I
It's
just
not
heard
Ricky,
something.
it's
I
Bert.
could've-
You're meant
Maybe
to.
the bird to the side though.
Let's try that again. Instead of saying, "Are you talking, Ricky?" You're saying, "Sorry, I must have misheard you, sir. May you please repeat that so I can get the honor of hearing your voice again? Because you are so superior." That's the way you're meant to place it next time.
And Sports Talk 117 follows up with you, Canary. I am from New York. I think we have you beat.
New York?
Yeah.
What's so good about New York?
Hey, New York. Hey, Tony.
These are full of nothing but yellow taxis, ugly
And
skyscrapers.
Ricky,
and
just
terrible
you gotta make me
New
laugh. Do
New
us a
York.
favor. You know how you say championship? Say it American style.
See, if I went to New York, you'd be honored because I held the NIPW Junior Heavyweight Championship for longer than any other man. All right?
It
See,
just
New
sounds funny coming out of his mouth. I don't know why, but it does.
New York may be the big apple, but that apple is rotten. I'll tell you that right now. That apple is rotten to the core. All right? So I hate New York, and I dare a New Yorker to step on the mean streets of Twinbrook and watch what happens. I come from a rough neighborhood. All right?
Neighborhood.
That's very true.
I'll tell you this.
I'll give him that.
I'll tell you this. There were years I mean years, where I didn't even get a grand spent on me at Christmas. How do you not know how that feels? I've grew up in a very poor upbringing. There were years, see my mum and dad, there were years they didn't even make 90 grand. Like, I grew up with a really bad upbringing. You don't get it. Let's continue.
Canary, I think your mother would be very disappointed in hearing that from you.
Yeah, your mother's never disappointed when I show up.
That's because my mother loves me.
I said
Your
when I
mum
show
loves me
up.
too. Your mum literally invited me over.
Well, why would Canary? Can't you have any decency to invite Ben over yourself? You have to have your mom do it for you.
Oh no, I did invite Ben over myself. But let me tell you how the average Ben inviting him over goes. Here, Ben. No, let me actually put a bit of prologue into it. Oh, Rick, it'd be so good if I come to your house again. Oh, it'd be so good. That was class last time I was over. It'd be really good if I come over again. Oh, okay. Next day. Here, Ben, I was talking. I think it'd be good if you came over this time next week. I don't know now. I have this. I'll think about it. Yeah, I can actually go. No, I can't go. Yeah, I can go. No, I can't go. Yeah, I can go. No, I can't go. No, I can't go.
So, Ricky,
Oh, okay.
you see,
So
this
that's
is
why.
what happens. See, when you're wrestling, see, when you actually go places and do things and have matches, you don't have a lot of free time.
Leave Europe and then you'll know about going places for matches, alright?
Oh, I'll leave Europe, mate. I'll leave Europe. I'll go to America and I'll make it big. That's all I'm going to do.
Well, like I told you guys, if you ever get out west, you guys have a place to stay here if you ever get booked over this way.
No, I'm good. I'm trying to avoid the Diddy parties for now, buddy.
You won't have to be sleeping on some crappy couch with like a raggedy old blanket or whatever.
Yeah, you're a raggedy old man, I'll tell you that. Anyway, back to the match. As you can see, Ben is currently having a match where his brother is getting his ass whooped by a bunch of homeless people because clearly the person who is beating up Jordan right now cannot afford shoes.
That's also very true.
Are these guys like new as well, like just starting out?
Why?
So Ken Cutler,
sexy?
he's been wrestling I think the same length of time as me.
You started on the same day.
Yeah. And then Sexy Steve there, he's very experienced. He's very good in the
He's
ring.
been there for a while. He's very
So they're
experienced.
not new guys or nothing like that.
No.
What made you say that?
What
made you ask if they're new?
Oh, I just didn't, because they're a tag team I've never heard of. I thought, are they new trainees or something?
Oh, okay. Oh. Did they make you? Did they seem green or something?
No. There's nothing they did that looks.
Oh, okay. It's just a very weird
amateurish.
question you would ask. You know, it's almost like you don't think they're good.
No, I just
Ricky versus
I'm
Dead
curious.
Sexy. Next
Yeah,
show.
like I don't recall you ever wrestling any of these guys.
Well, if you actually kept up with some things, Crusher, just like you should be keeping up on your meds, you old man. Yeah, I'm actually going against these two on the next show, and you know, I'm feeling very confident because considering Dead Nobodies can, or as
So John's going to carry the match. Is what's going to happen? I can
you
predict
stop
this
talking?
already.
Can you stop
John's
talking?
going to carry the match. Ricky's going to tag along, and yeah, that's what's going to happen. And maybe, hopefully, John can take care of business. Hopefully.
All right, you shut your mouth. Anyway, as I was saying, about Dead Sexy, they are absolutely nobodies, and a wise man known as Norman once said, "Dead bad can beat them, then anybody can beat them."
You know what? Now, I'm going to be serious for a minute, you guys. When you guys do your covers, you're always doing the same cover, I've noticed. You're always doing the perched up high, you know, with your bottom of your belly on their chest kind of cover. I'm surprised you had no more hooking of the legs or, you know, just different kind of covers. Is it a reason? I've noticed every cover's been like that with you guys. I'm just asking.
Yeah. So the reason why I think that we do it is because Nathan drills into us a lot that it's good to show out for pictures, etc. Because if someone's taking a picture and I'm pinning someone like this with my head down and covering their leg, you can't get me.
Yeah, I get it.
Or if I'm covering them like that, you're getting my head upside down. But if I have their shoulders pinned, looking up directly straight so that a camera can get this or a camera can get this, I have that.
That makes sense. That's why I asked.
Again,
I can see
when
that.
I pin like that, who doesn't want to see my beautiful face, you know?
Yeah, it'd be good if Ben did it with like a swim cap on so he could cover his ugly hair as well.
Is that
So
the thing? Has everybody got to drop their... God, everybody's doing it ever since, like, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, it's overdone, I think.
Yeah.
He's just a wannabe, as I said again. Wannabe me.
He's a wannabe. Wait, are you saying I'm a wannabe or?
No, the guy popping down his weekend Cutler.
Popping bottles. Yeah, Ken Cutler is popping the straps down because he's a wannabe Kurt Angle. He's clearly a wannabe Dead Gorgeous, but who wants to be Dead Gorgeous? But clearly if they're saying Dead Sexy, it must be a wannabe Dead Gorgeous. He's a wannabe Scott Steiner with his math promos or whatever he's putting off. He's a wannabe Ryan Gosling calling himself Ken. Like, who calls himself Ken in 2024?
Do you guys remember when Scott Steiner could do a Frankensteiner?
Yeah, well, I wasn't live, but I know he could do it.
Yeah, he can't do it anymore. I mean, there came a point where he just couldn't do it, right? He got too buff. But,
Yes, same way you can't wrestle anymore, you old man. Yeah.
but no, there was a time when he was flexible. Like, he could do it.
Yeah, there's a time where you could get out of bed in the morning without screaming in pain. You know, it's crazy.
There's also a time when I could kick your ass, and I still can.
It's well past you, buddy. All right.
But I have to get my hands on you first.
Yeah, just like you used to have to get your hands on a dodo bird for dinner back in your times, didn't you? You absolute fossil.
So Canary, just to replay on last weekend, before I beat you, the night before in that bar.
No, Ben, we don't talk about that night, though, Ben. Break kayfabe. We don't talk about that night. We don't talk about. We don't talk about that night. We don't talk about that night. That night's off limits. Off limits.
You see, while Ricky was getting chanted Bishin, yes.
Yeah.
Ricky fell short against
I did fall short.
ATW's own Miguel.
But you know what? I blame it on my tag partner. It was a handicap match that night, and my tag partner was Ken Cutler. He cost me the match.
But why do you blame it on your tag partner? You didn't tag him in. You thought you were going to be the big guy, be cocky, and you got beat.
It sounds like Canary got beaten every match here. Did he win any?
Did
he win any?
He didn't.
No.
I don't think the Canary Kid has ever won a match in Portugal. Whereas
shame.
Me,
shame.
I have.
That's a shame.
You know what? At least I didn't lose to a tag team on their first ever tag match in the form of Brandon Jenkins and Halfdan. Because last I checked, the records they was not match.
I need footage because we beat them on that night, but for some reason on the Instagram it says they beat us. That did not happen.
Yeah. I'm sure you beat them, buddy. I'm sure you beat them. Nobody's fault.
So, Ben, here's a question for you from Sky Sports Video News. He says, Ben, what is your weight and what weight group do you at? Like, so how much do you weigh?
Schmuck weight.
I think last time I was 71 kg, so I'm hoping to be a little bit higher.
Kg, we don't know
maybe
that.
72 kg, which would be.
I'll convert it. I'll convert it.
Do you have the app?
Go for 72. I think I've gained a little bit.
That sounds like about 150 pounds to me.
Just under 160.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. I'm pretty impressed myself there. Yeah.
So you're 17, right? So you're about the same size I was about 140 when I was 17. 140-ish.
I think Ricky's just a bit skinnier than me. I think I got a head start on him in the gym, but Ricky's putting in the work.
How tall are you? As tall as Ricky? Like,
yeah,
he's 5'9".
Ricky's taller than me.
Am I taller than you?
So you're about the same height as I was then. I was 5'8". He's 5'9". I was like 5'8", 5'7".
Yeah, so I'm about 150 pounds. So Ben's like about 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bit skinnier, I think. Ben's a little more filled out. Same with Jordan.
Is that her? So
you
have all those like microorganisms living in your hair, just eventually adds weight.
All right, now it's kind of replayed, so I'm going to come back to our normal screen. So yeah, there's some matches of Ben in action. Keaton was asking, man, we should show like the kendo matches stuff. Well, I don't know if we can show that stuff.
Yeah, it's like a lot of copyright, a lot of issues.
Right, yeah, it's like we don't want to deal with that. So, but they can see it, right? If people want to watch matches, it's on LDN on stuff.
YouTube. Go ahead on YouTube on LDN,
yeah.
Solid match.
See it. So
who got pinned in that match, Ben? In your team?
Who got pinned? I got pinned in that match because I was cheating. I was cheating.
Yeah, you were cheating. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Yeah.
Is he okay?
I don't know. He's freaking a wee bit. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Sorry, it's been a rough day.
I don't know. I'll tell you, he's got a nice, good headset. We can hear him good now. We can see him better. How did this, man? That's just a miracle. It's like it all got nice. This is good.
Yeah, what happened is Crusher made an investment, and what he saw was an absolute star. And then, you know what, Crusher, being the sugar daddy he is, sent me the stuff over. He sent me a beautiful computer and a beautiful headset. Very grateful for it.
You see, Canary, I think if you just hit the mute button on that headset, it'd do us all a favour.
Well, the music to our ears.
Obviously, headset. The music to Ben's big fat ears. Jesus Christ, if enough wind gets in them, it goes up like a kite.
Not to say about big ears, Ricky.
Just give me handlebars, man. Just give me handlebars, man.
You seen this?
You seen this? Yeah, you should see my genius.
So, when you guys are training now at this point for both of you, are you just like doing training matches now at this point? You just like have like like they say, okay, you're gonna go against him in training, and then you just work a match routine, or how are you doing training now? Are you still going over moves?
We're still learning.
Still
Yeah,
learning?
100%. I think you'll always. I think no matter when you're training, you'll always be learning. Like you want to get the basics down. The basics
Right,
are the
but I'm sure
most
the
important.
basics. I'm sure you have most of the basics down. So, like, what are you learning then? Like, what kind of moves are you trying to learn? New maneuvers that you haven't done yet, or more high
Yeah,
risk stuff, like off the
I
top
think
rope, or
traveling a lot helps us like go to different seminars and learn from different people, and we're able to bring that back and then teach other people.
You're
Mhm.
you're also you're also forgetting that wrestling's more than just the moves and the characters. It's also your mannerisms. So, like for example, shout out to Stevie Fee here because I had a big talk with him, and Stevie only started wrestling this year, and I've never seen someone like such a natural with it. Like he took to like a duck to water, and he's he started this year, and again, like Ben, he's overtook me in matches. He's had so many tours. He's doing great for himself. He's doing awesome. He's got like about 100 matches now already in less
Yeah,
than a year. But I was watching Stevie's match from Portugal, and I think it's his best match he's ever had, in my opinion. And I learned a lot from watching Stevie because it's his mannerisms and it's how he handled himself. He was working heel that night, and he would just do something on the guy's leg and like slide out of the ring and just look at the crowd and say, "Yeah, what? Yeah," and it'd all come up. He did nothing that match. So it's learning how to structure a match and learning the right way to work your matches and structure and how to like the mannerisms, how to handle yourself, how to work someone who's new. Like there's so much levels of wrestling,
Yeah.
and if you're a wrestler who would sit here right now and come on this podcast, for example, and say, "Yeah, I don't see a point in going to training anymore. I know it all. I think I just have wrestling down." But no one ever has wrestling down. You can go to any wrestling world, and if they tell you they have wrestling down, they're lying straight to your face.
It's
It
funny
really
you mentioned the mannerisms and stuff, and with matches. I remember. So you guys know Jerry Lawler, right? The King.
Yeah.
And there was a Indian wrestler, Wahoo McDaniels, tough guy, in real life, but he was a great wrestler too. And they had this match, and you know what they did? You know what Lawler was an expert at this. He could just do anything. He had this silly little chain, right? About this long. It was a chain, and he'd wrap it around. And when the ref ain't looking, he was being the heel, right? So he'd hit McDaniels, and then he'd take the chain and he'd put the chain in his tights, and then everybody's like, "Chain! He's got the chain! He's got the chain!" The referee's like, "You got a chain?" He's like, "No, I don't know." Then he turns to the camera and he puts the chain in his mouth, and he goes, "No, no, I don't got it." And he's like, the chain's in his mouth, and the referee's checking his tights, right? It's not there, and he's like, and everybody's like, "It's in his mouth! It's in his freaking mouth!" And then he turns to the crowd, and then he puts the chain back in his tights. And then, but what he'd do when he'd have the chain in his mouth, he'd look to the crowd, Lawler would, and then he would just start laughing and let that chain drip right out of his mouth, just laughing
yeah.
at the crowd. But that's the kind of stuff you do. That just, I mean, I was at ringside, and I wasn't marking out, but I could see how Lawler was just working the crowd, with a simple little chain. you know so you don't have to do a bunch of great moves and have this
yeah,
big huge high spots. Just need to know how to work the crowd.
it's very true.
Mhm. Yeah, because again, see, at the end of the day, we're we a lot of people will see it differently, and I can see both sides of it. But for me, I think a lot of our selling is going to the adults. And the reason why is because we want the kids to be entertained, but the kids are going to be so much more easily entertained. They're just happy to see wrestling. But when you think about it, the kids aren't the one going out of their way to buy the tickets. And if the adults enjoy it, they can always be like, they can always, kind of want to go. And they'll try and urge their kid to go again, like, oh, let's go again. And that doesn't mean go out there and drop F bombs and be stupid. But be entertaining. The adults could not care less if you can do 360 drop kicks and 630 sentons and all this crazy stuff. No, they care if you can go out there and entertain. And it's all about entertaining. That's one thing I respect about a lot of our guys. And Ben, for example, from day one, Ben's knew how to entertain. If you watch like that match that we saw where it was like him and his brother against Samson, where it was only Ben. What you had at that point, like only a couple matches still. That was one of your earlier matches, like, and
Yeah,
Ben, you notice the things he's doing, like when he's getting lifted up for his splash, he's like flicking his hair like that, like as hideous as his hair is, he put it to use. And like he's coming out, he's doing that dance and stuff. Like it's all about entertainment, and that's what Ben and Jordan know how to do really well.
Well, and you guys both know this. It's what it's all about. You know, you're in this because you want to be in front of people entertaining. It's all about that. It's all about getting that crowd going, right? And enjoying what you're doing in front of them. Because if you don't enjoy it, or if you don't like being, what are you doing it for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Gizmo says, Ben, you seemed quiet and reserved. Is that your true nature?
No. He's just a chill little guy, to be honest. Like, he's low-key just chill guy.
You see, I'm not like Ricky. I like to be respectful when I'm on.
I was just going to say, respectful.
Respectful.
That's the word. That's the word here.
He's low-key just chill. He's low-key just a chill guy.
I'm just chill. I'm respectful. I know how to.
Just a chill guy.
I know how to respect legends of the business.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Me?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Me?
That's why I give Ben the new name, Badass Ben Nelson.
Damn right.
You're saying Crusher's a legend?
I am indeed, yeah.
At what, the nursing home darts club? What's he a legend of? He's an absolute nobody. I don't know. You might be good at the wheelchair races round at Oakville Manor or whatever.
Ben, if we go back in time to the very first time this kid came on with me, he was very humble. He was very respectful. Yeah. And now look what we've got.
What happened?
Well, because I've got good endurance, but everyone has a limit. I thought it was going to be a one-time thing if you Crusher, but then when you came to me begging, you know what, please can you come on the show? These fans need you. This show is nothing without you. I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to put up with him. So I am not going to be nice anymore. I'm doing you a favor. You're welcome.
It was the Canary Kid who came to me wanting to be the co-host. Let's just clarify that.
Yo, Four Eyes, do you mind shutting your mouth before I give you four black guys? Anyway, Ben, you seem quiet and reserved. Ben is not quiet and reserved. Ben never knows how to shut his trap. He's just putting on this facade in front of you all. Ben, it's the loudest man, very strong, opinionated in something. He's a very loud man. So, yeah, he is not one bit quiet. And that is not his true nature.
Gizmo also says this about Canary. He says, Ricky, I give you a lot of credit. You are always entertaining to watch. Your attitude and antics in the ring are great.
You know what? These are the kind of comments we need from you, Gizmo. I always liked Gizmo. I always knew I liked Gizmo. These are the kind of comments we need.
Let's just get rid of that comment.
You're censoring people.
What else do we have coming in? Looks like Ben just fell over.
Yeah, you want to keep that sitting out? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just falling here.
What's it, Dan?
Also, Canary, may I say, I think that that nature where I like to talk a lot and I'm very loud in my opinions it comes from my mentor.
Yeah, at least the mentor can keep us like little still thing. Yeah. Yeah. You just shut your mouth.
You know what? And I gotta say, the mullet too is looking really good. Like you really got it. Like it looks 80s style now. Like it really, yeah, it's looking good.
Bro, zip it up when you're done. I don't know what this deal is, but I'm not having it. I don't care about your whole. Oh, your hair's looking really nice. Oh my God, yours too. Shut your mouth, right? I said how it is. You're going bald, and he has the ugliest haircut known to man. I don't know what haircut I'd rather have. This is like a really bad.
There's an old saying. There's an old saying. Bald is beautiful.
Bald is beautiful. Is that an old saying as old as you, or is that a wee bit younger than the dinosaurs? I don't know what you're talking about, but you just should shut your mouth. That's what I think personally, because nobody cares about what some old bald man has to say. So listen, you're Humpty Dumpty. You better shut your mouth before I crack you open so hard that King's Horses and King's Men will not be putting you back together again.
No, Canary. I just think, yeah, you're talking about my haircut an awful lot. I think you're jealous.
Jealous of the
I think he could be. He's definitely jealous. And you know what would happen, Ben? If Ricky ever got in the ring with Crusher, you know what happened? This is what would happen.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Right?
I know how to edit it. I know how to edit
and
pictures.
It's like this is exactly what happened. And all that would be left is the footprints on his face after something like this, you know?
Yeah.
So there's that.
He's gone.
We drop kicked him right off the screen. So that's what you got to do. And make sure you do this, Ben, when you have a match with Canary. For me, make sure you hit him with a drop kick.
Yeah, you know what? Try to Ben. It doesn't really work so great. I don't think this haircut.
What is he caught on his head? What is this?
I think I'll honestly pass.
What
I think
the
I'll stick
hell
with just
is that?
This is how I feel to have Ben's haircut. Only this actually looks a little bit nicer.
You can't rock it like me. You can't rock it the way
I personally think the Mother Teresa looks a lot better than that, but I still wouldn't go for either. I'd go for what is known as a good haircut, you absolute schmuck.
You see, what you call this? This is the heartthrob. This is the lady thriller.
The heartthrob. I'll show your mum a throb. Yeah, how about that?
I don't want to
Anyway.
speak to you anymore, Ricky. We're not friends.
Yeah, I know it's mentor and absolute nobody protege. So just you remember
Oh,
that.
really? Yeah.
We're not friends. I'm your superior. It's different.
Yeah, you're not the guy that was begging me to come over to his house the other week, you know?
Yeah, your mum was begging me to come over for a little bit. So you just
Very inappropriate. You see, he's not professional either.
No, he's not.
professional.
He's begging for attention, is what it is.
You know what? Know what I am? I'm a professional bed tester. I check the boards and see if they're working well. And you know what? Your sister's bed boards, they're really strong, buddy.
So let's
cover
see
your
here,
ears.
guys. So now, Ben, you got a match with DD Crooks coming up.
I do
Now,
indeed.
Canary, you were saying you and John have a tag match coming up against who?
We're against Dead Sexy, those absolute schmucks who Dead Gorgeous whip the
Okay,
floor
those
with.
guys.
Thank you very much. So now I have an idea of what I'm coming into. And I have no preparation needed because they are absolute nobodies and they're going to get their head
And when is this taking place?
This is Ben, do you want to take it away with the date?
January 4th, am I right?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
That's
That's why I asked you, to be honest, bro.
I think it's the 4th of January.
yeah, because we got our next Forward show is January 3rd, so we'll be able to talk about that
4th of January, 2025.
Because Ricky, you and I are on again on the 3rd, and the day before that show.
Is that the one with the potential guest, or are we doing that with
I don't have a date set with him yet, but he's that guest. I'm looking at bringing in Primo's Premier again to talk to Daryl, their trainer, and that's an outfit in Colorado, and he can do any of those dates. I'm just gonna see which. I'm thinking no, the 3rd probably we won't. I'll probably try to get him in the middle of January, so probably do the show after that. So I don't know. We'll just come up with an entertaining show. Maybe we do the NWF meets NPW on that one on the 3rd. I don't know.
I'll join that one, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to come on that one too?
Smart.
yeah.
That would be cool.
Maybe we get you and Jordan together, huh?
I never know, yeah. I see if he's available.
Jesus, not another one. It's
Then
bad
we
enough
got-
having
then we
Ben,
got
but not as
Then we got
well,
more.
not
The
with her
more.
brother.
I want more. I want more to
Exactly.
get on his case.
His brother is
Yeah.
built like a milk bottle and a toothpaste together. I don't know
No,
why.
my
you'd want
brother
him
is
in
built
here.
like a Greek god. I don't know what Greek gods you were talking about earlier, like, because I don't think if Greek gods were built like stickmen, but that's what you call a Greek god.
I don't know what you're talking about because right now it sounds like you're glazing your older brother, and that's a bit weird considering last time I checked it's
No,
illegal
we're
death and
backing
stuff.
each other up. You see, that's what that's
Calling
called.
him a
You
Greek
don't have
god,
anyone
it's a
to
bit
do that
much.
for you.
But what I was saying is, Jordan, if you put him in front of a wall painted white, you will not be seeing him if he closes his eyes. Let's just say that he is the whitest thing known to man since Vanilla Ice.
And
I'll tell
I
you
got a
that-
question here with you
Oh.
and John McCann. You guys have had a lot of matches, right? Irish Grappler. Who's won the most out of
John.
you two?
John.
John has.
You're laughing. Let me go through John's wins. So I beat John 3 times. John. Oh, wait. Actually, 1, 2, 3. I beat John 3 times. He beat me at Malone. He beat me in my debut, and he beat me. No, we're actually equal and 2 draws. Why am I doing it there? 2 draws and 3 wins each. We've had 8 matches.
And you've only wrestled Ben once.
Yeah,
Yes.
in a one-on-one match once, and a tag match
And I
twice.
beat him.
Oh, so there was 2 tag matches. Well, we know about the one we just talked
No,
about. What
I'm
was the
saying
other?
1 tag match, 1 singles match.
I know, but where was the tag match? What was that?
The one we're talking about from last week.
Oh, I know that. I thought there was 2 tag matches. Never mind.
And then I'm
Okay.
unbeaten against John, if I remember correctly, because I beat him in a tag match, and I beat him in that tag match as well. So.
Yeah, try and beat him 1-on-1, buddy.
Oh,
You know what?
actually,
See if you disrespect my tag partner again. Let's go through the fact that I'm also undefeated against your tag partner. So
yeah, I've never disrespected John once. I've just said he's never beaten.
you're pointing out facts are unnecessary. Ever talk about him like that again? I'll smack a taste out of your mouth, you old fart. Right?
Well, you
Like
kind
that.
of messed it up there.
Don't
didn't you?
talk to him like that. Yeah, schmuck across his head, set off, look at him. Absolutely nobody. Doesn't know where he is.
You
Hi,
know,
Crusher.
John and I talk about figures all the time, and as you know, I have this Crusher Crossen figure, which is very cool.
That's
John
good.
will buy it off you.
And I told John, I said, John, can you make me a Canary Kid figure? Because I'd like to have this figure kick Canary Kid's figure's ass. And he's like, why do figures when you can do it for real? And I gotta say, John's got a point. Yes.
John will buy that off you with his wee Go Henry card.
Can we take a second to acknowledge how pathetic this is? We have a 75-year-old man sitting here talking about the toys he makes and collects. It's a bit weird, just saying, with his toy tales and his toy figures. When are you going to grow up?
Where's your wrestling figure?
Where's my wrestling
I've got
figure? Let me
loads of
grab.
wrestling figures up here, mate.
I've actually got a whole thing of them here. Let me check. Shut your
Oh,
mouth.
I've got
How about that? Huh? Yeah, shut your mouth, old man.
Big E there.
Oh yeah, Big E
Big E, yeah.
with the WWE belt.
Oh, let's play for toy too. Let's play for wrestling figures.
Let me see. Oh, Ricky, if I remember the last time we were out, you bought like 6 Marvel figures,
Different.
and you're sitting there playing with them in the back of John's car.
Different. No, I was posing them. I wasn't playing with them, posing them. Different.
Mm.
And who was the one who was helping me? Who helped me? Sit there posing them with
I
a
felt
gun.
bad for you. I had to help you.
Bro,
somehow.
you sat there the whole car ride, and I sat there watching you. You did it more than me. You sat there going, "Let me just adjust the gun's hand."
So you like Marvel characters?
I find them cool. Yeah, I don't collect them. I literally was just
Yes,
that
you
one day.
do. You were literally talking about them the whole time. You bought like 6 of them.
Yeah, it was about 6, because they're cool. They were cool. You have to admit they were cool. You were going to buy some as well. But instead, you were thinking of, I'm going to buy die for D&D because this girl.
I wanted to get the gambit.
Guys, we got a
Because
comment
this
here, and
girl.
this is let's bring this comment in because this is a very interesting comment. So Damien says, "You like Damien's comments, Ricky?"
Yep.
It is interesting looking at the background of all 3 of you. Crusher has the most professional set with all those belts in. Well, it's a belt and trophies. Ben has an award shelf behind him. Ricky, what is the paper behind you? Above your head.
So, what's behind me is not actually paper, you absolute schmuck. What's behind me is an amazing inspirational poster saying, "You never lose, you either win or learn." And that's what I saw last weekend. As I didn't lose to Ben, I learned from Ben. No, I didn't lose to Ben or learn from Ben. I learned from his teammates.
You learned from
Same
me.
with
He
Miguel.
said it.
I-
You learned from me.
I did
The only
not
thing
learn-
he's learned from me is to be a coward. I don't know if that counts.
No, he didn't learn that from you. He learned that because of you.
True. Yellow was the perfect color for him, I gotta say.
Very true. I know I've got posters. This is from my time in England. I've got a poster here. This is from Portugal.
Oh, did you grab that like when you left? Like, how did you get that thing?
I ripped it off a pole.
Is that the same poster?
Did
John
you
took
really?
off you?
Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, I ripped it off a pole because this promoter said I could. So.
A
And
little
then
bit of
that
souvenir to
poster
take that.
John stole from me, and I got really annoyed at him.
John stole a poster off Ben and threw it away, and Ben got on the floor and started throwing his toys out of the pram and going, "Wah, don't do it to
I was
me,
gonna
wah."
kill him. It.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
But
Buddy,
just
yeah.
shows you how you and John are so alike. You're so childish.
You couldn't kill a fly if it was on the wall
You're
beside
not mature.
you. Mature.
Childish. That's what it is. You're a
You
child.
two
You're
sitting
still
there
a
playing
kid.
toys. Sitting there playing
Canary
toys
Kid.
together.
It's all in the name.
Canary Kid. Yeah, this kid.
But
will
no, it's
slap
not
a
the
cake
Canary
off.
Kid, Ben. It's the cowardly kid, or the
cowardly
chicken kid, or the chicken
yes,
shit kid.
That's right.
Watch your language, Crusher. All right. You just say, but there's kids.
I
in
like
there.
chicken shit kid. I think that's more appropriate. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
You shut your mouth. Scrum.
Ben, and Canary says, "Yeah, yeah. Why don't you say it to my face?" Oh, I'll do more than say it to your face. I'll break your face.
I never once said to my face, "Are you that old and senile? You are imagining things now." I knew you had dementia, I knew you had some sort of Alzheimer's, but did not know that now you have some sort of form of schizophrenia. Because I not once. You can rewind this entire thing. Never once did I say to my face.
Not
So
on
just
this.
because
not on
you're
this-
one-liners,
Not on this episode, but
are
you said that.
still talking?
You said that a few
Jesus
shows
Christ.
ago.
Shut up.
You see,
Just
unlike
'cause
you,
you're
I
one-
can remember everything. I don't just have tunnel memory.
Good boy. Anyway, as I was saying, just because your one-liners did not fit the conversation doesn't mean you get to put words in my mouth. This isn't how your little backyard toy trampoline wrestling used to go. You don't get to say the stories here, kid. This is a Canary Kid story. You all just say characters in it.
Yeah, I would like to say I was out defending titles when he was in his diapers, but he wasn't even conceived.
It wasn't even a thought.
Yeah, he wasn't even a thought.
Yeah, because Ben, you
So-
were.
Yeah, I was. I'm older then. Come on.
So here's a question, serious one from Sports Talk. He says, Ben Ricky is the Canary Kid. Do you have a wrestling personality or gimmick?
I do indeed. I'm dead gorgeous. That's the tag team name. Dead gorgeous.
But like as a singles guy.
Well, I've been sitting on one for a while. I'm sure Ricky loves this one. The Young White Chocolate.
The young white chocolate.
Exactly.
Stop, you're giving me butterflies. Yeah, the young
like,
white chocolate. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to be. I don't know. It's some sort of that sounds like the kind of thing that Crusher has in his search history. I've never seen it before in my
whoa.
life. Don't know what that kind of stuff is. But I'll tell you this: I can sum up Ben's personality and gimmick perfectly. Give me just 1 second.
He's gonna put this wee
Oh,
hair on again.
oh, oh. This a blank piece of paper because he's born. All right. That's what Ben is. Ben is a blank A3 piece of paper. He is an absolute nobody. He is a schmuck, and what
By
he
the
needs is
way-
a bit of personality and stop
By the
getting
way, Canary,
typecast,
did you ever find the Crusher shirt?
No, I think when I was digging through my clothes, I eventually just threw it out, cut it up, and burnt it like I should have done a long time ago. No, I did not find it. It might be at the bottom of this drawer that I call the bin. I'll need to double check.
You see, Canary, you're doing a lot of talk, call me boring. You look like you're in solitary confinement right now. What is going on in the background?
Yeah, it is just that plain wall with that one piece of paper up there.
Yeah, it's not a piece of paper, as I said before. If you would listen and
Sounds
stop
like-
losing your memory, old man. Anyway, as I was saying, Ben, this is not born. This is not solitary confinement. This is called discipline. I do not, I do not live by putting up all sort of scarves and weird posters that you cried over because of John taking them or whatever wallpaper that is. It looks like a what is that wallpaper? I can't tell.
See, there is no wallpaper.
I mean, turn
That's
it.
pretty wrong.
What was your wallpaper when you were over there before? Do you want to turn it a bit? Let me
Oh,
see your
right
wallpaper.
here. This wallpaper here.
Yeah, so I don't know what sort of femboy, feminine,
Those are
flamboyant
feathers.
stuff
That's
you
what they are.
have as your wallpaper. That looks like the kind of stuff that Crusher's dream wife would have had, an absolute grandmother. But I'll tell you this: what I have
There's
is
10,000
plain and
comedians
simple.
out of work, and
We
he's
keep it
one of
simple.
them.
This is a great poster,
Great
great
paper.
bit of inspiration behind me. There is a lot of stuff. There is wrestling posters, there's signed wrestling stuff, and there is actually a signed frame with the exact minute that Divock Origi scored one of the greatest goals in Champions League history in the greatest moment in Champions League
I agree
history
with that.
and
I agree.
sent the greatest football club of all time, Liverpool, to the Champions League final where we'd go on to win it.
Soccer, you mean?
Football.
Football.
Yeah, football here is not what you're saying.
Football over where you are is schmuck
football.
ball. That's
And by the
nobody.
way, I just got to say, I'm in my fantasy football league. I am in the finals now, on my way to the championship, just like I did last year, and because I am a champion.
Did you have to go to the playoffs first and hit them in the third quarter? Shut your mouth. Nobody cares about whatever hokey pokey sport you're talking about. You're talking about rugby wrapped
See,
up in air mattresses
What
or
we're talking
something. I
about
don't know
is
what you're
there's
talking about.
winners and there's losers.
There's winners and losers. You win by 43 to 78 or whatever.
The
I don't know
loser
what you're
here is the one who lost the entire tag team match in Portugal.
talking- The loser here is the man who can't walk down the stairs without assistance from his car. Do
Oh,
you have
well,
one of those little
I walked
buzzers
down
in your
two- I
bathroom in
walked
case you
down-
slip?
I
Is that
walked
what you
down
have,
2
though?
flights of stairs carrying a damn 300-pound purple mattress.
Is that what you have to do? Do you have to have like a little buzzer when you go to the bathroom? So when you slip and fall and crack your back, you have to go, "Bah, help me, I'm in danger." I don't know who you're talking to, bro.
Help is what you need to get a match with Crusher, because the only time he talks about a match is if he has a partner. He won't do it on his own.
All Ricky
why-
needs is respect.
What makes you think? What do you think the reason is for that, Ben?
For what, sorry?
Yeah, he
You
wasn't
said
even
the
listening to you. Nobody listens to you,
You
Crusher. Shut
can't
your
no
mouth.
because his mouth is
think you're
running and he
overrated.
can't hear.
That's my
No,
fault.
the only time he'd agree to a match with Crusher is if I'm teamed up with somebody.
That's
Or
true.
he's
I think
teamed up
me and
with
you,
somebody.
Crusher.
Yeah, I could see that.
I just like to say something. See, Crusher, ever since we've started this podcast, the much times he's said that he wants to start some sort of team and deal with someone. Jesus Christ, Ben, he's going between more men than your mother. So I don't know what's going on here. Because every week we're on here. First it's Mitch's dad, then it's you. Then he's talked about Nathan, I'm pretty sure, before. You've talked about every man who's ever been on this podcast. I would be surprised. I'm pretty sure you brought up Keaton at one point. You're bringing up every old schmuck from across the streets to try and get some sort of match going because you know that you need someone to carry you for a match. And you know what? You know that the OGBIRD, the Canary Kid, is not willing to do that for you.
The only time I brought up Keaton is if you hurt Keaton, I hurt you. Here's a question from Baga.
You're not
He
that guy.
says this. He goes, "What's going on here? Can we hear from Ben? The rudeness from Canary is hard to keep watching."
Baga, I will slap the taste out of your mouth. Who are you talking to? You wrinkly old fart. Don't talk to me like that again, alright? I'm just being nice here, Baga. You shut your mouth.
See, bad guy, I think you're 100% correct here. I think Canary Kid needs to pipe down. Let me speak.
Whoever this Baga guy is, by the way, who I have no idea, but I'll tell you what, I already know the kind of person. I can tell from this kind of comment. You're the kind of person who loves to run your mouth yourself, and you look in the mirror and you think you're the greatest thing ever. And the only reason you're angry at the Canary Kid is because you realize that the Canary Kid is the kind of man you wish you were, and that's an absolute legend.
No,
Man,
Canary
my drop kick would
Of a
shut him
man.
up. That's for damn sure.
Yo,
And
Crusher,
so what,
shut your
Ben,
mouth,
you could
Ben
do
was
the
talking.
same too. You could do this. You can do it for me, actually.
Canary, you called yourself a man there. You're not a man. You're still a kid. Do you know how I can tell? Because you're disrespectful. You don't respect anyone.
Is that it? It's a
Yeah.
very blunt ending. Anyway, as I was saying, you want to say I'm not a man? I was enough of a man for your sister, and your mum. They all loved it, all of them, all four of them. They were lining up, coming for seconds like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, may I have some more? And I was having to say, geez, I'm worn out. All right. So you know what? I am a man. I am the man, and I'm the man of NWF Forward.
And then Sky Sports just says, Ben, do you plan on going to college or continue with wrestling or both? In a college, I don't know if you call it that, but it's like
He's in
your
college.
secondary school or whatever.
I'm doing both right now. So I'm in college now. I'm in tech called over here, and I'm still wrestling. So yeah, it's good fun.
You know what? He's multitasking. I'll give it to him. He's working hard, like, bro. He's working hard. He's Do you want to tell them what you're studying, Benji?
I'm doing sports science. So yeah.
What is that exactly?
Something interesting.
Like sports science, what is that?
It's quite self-explanatory, buddy, but okay. Continue.
So it's just like all the things behind like your system, like your how would you explain it actually?
It's from what I know anyway, from what Ben showed me. It's kind of like, you ever get like a physio, Crusher?
Mm.
Like a physio for like a sports team, the kind of person so you understand how to work with injuries, you understand how all the muscles in the body
like a
work.
physical therapist?
A lot of that, yeah.
Kind of that kind of
Okay.
stuff, yeah. So you're kind of like that stuff.
Okay.
Always looking out for Ricky, in case any injuries.
Yeah, he always tries to massage me after shows. It gets really weird and kinky, but I don't know. But
And
yeah.
on that note, I guess we're getting close to the end of the show.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. I think there's another comment. Damien says, kind of following up with that question, I guess. What type of job are you looking for after college? Are you looking for like that kind of work then, like sports therapy type thing?
I want to be a wrestler. That would be full-time wrestler would be fantastic. But I think outside of that, I think physiotherapist would be probably the best place for me to go because it's what I'm interested in doing. So
sure, yeah. And Ricky, you talked about this. You want to be in like a counseling, right?
Yeah, child psychologist is what I'm into. Educational psychologist. Yeah, I think I've talked about it enough on the show, so I'm not really going to yab too much. But for those who haven't seen it before, it's basically just a job where, yeah, as a psychologist, which I'm pretty sure most people know, I would be going into schools and stuff, working with the schools and the children and the parents, and making sure that children with special needs get the needs they have for their education, the needs that are needed. So yeah, so I'd be working with kids like Ben, making sure he gets what he needs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I will say, Canary, that's an important job. So.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, obviously you'd like to do wrestling, but let's face it, to make it full time, not everybody does that. So
Very
it's like, it's not always easy. You guys are lucky though. You guys have a lot of different directions you can go now today. Like back in the day, there was very limited opportunities, to really get outside the indie circuit, the little indie circuit that we had. Like now there's indie leagues everywhere, but so you guys definitely have more opportunities. So it's like, So when you're over in Portugal, do you make a lot of connections then in England? When LDN make a lot of connections?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what Ben was talking about when he was speaking about the Hong Kong opportunity. Mm-hmm. It was people we actually met in Portugal. These guys called the Man Bros, very talented people, but yeah. So you meet a lot of connections of where you go. And I know Ben, obviously he was in England and stuff, and I know he's met a lot of people that he's very fond of. He's met a lot of great people, and he's going to get a lot more opportunities because of that, which is very good. So yeah, that's all. That's what it's all about. It's all about going everywhere, networking, and speaking to people, and just making yourself memorable. Making sure people remember who you are.
I was thinking, we talked to Mitch the Kid, and we were talking about Canary Kid versus Mitch the Kid. That'd be cool to see, and maybe we will one of these days. But I also was just thinking, wouldn't it be cool to see Mitch the Kid and Ben as a tag team with the mullets? That would be awesome. The two mullets.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. It'd be like a recurring theme in Ben's career to get carried by more talented people in tag teams. What do you know?
Ricky, because I'm the one with the title match, and you're not. That's right.
Yeah, then it could be
you're the one that gets down by the coach.
Ben, if you take that title, it's really it's gonna hit a sour note with this guy.
No, I've already made it very clear. And once again, another saying that Crusher's going senile. I'm forgetting.
Oh, sure, I know. You don't need the belt. You want to go on your own. Blah 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 blah. The bottom line is you want that belt back, and you know it.
Once again, not what I said, showing you have no memory. What I said was I would love Ben Nelson to beat DD Crooks because there's one man I hate more than Ben Nelson, as previously said. Oh yeah, I remember. As I said, there's one man I hate more than Ben Nelson. It's DD Crooks. Can't stand him. So, I'd love Ben Nelson to put DD Crooks' head into the mountain, beat him down. Beat him down for that 1-2-3. Sorry, I'm getting tired of hearing you talk so much, Crusher. You haven't shut up. So
that's rich. That's rich.
He does a lot of talk when I'm not there, but like I said, Ben, you know what would happen if we were ever face to face? He would just be super polite and well spoken because he knows better not to be.
I think it would be a similar situation for me whenever Ricky's trying to invite me over. He would say, "Yeah, I'll do it, but no, I won't. Yeah, I'll do it, but no, I won't." I think Ricky's just gonna talk it.
Ducking and dodging, what he does best. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. Like I said, Ricky, I don't know. Our next guest is going to be Daryl with Primo's Premier Pro Wrestling, but it's probably going to be mid-January. So I think when we come on again next, it'll just be me and you. So,
okay.
Unless Ben wants to join us again.
I will join you if you tell me, yeah.
Maybe we can get Mitch to come in with us too. All four of us. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Reach out to him. Mitch is always wanting to come on again, so we should probably... I'm sure he would if he could do it.
I say we just get me and Mitch on this, and I think me and Mitch will be perfectly fine. We don't need another ugly mullet and an old man on this.
I mean, Dixie Dave says he'd love to join us one of these times.
Great idea. Me, Mitch, Dixie Dave, the three musketeers.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get something. We'll figure something out. But yeah, we'll be back again in 2 weeks. Oh, I got to talk about what's coming up. I forget. Shut up, Canary. I don't want to hear it.
What? I didn't even.
Because I was saying I forget, and I could just hear him already. Let's see. What do we got coming up? Oh my gosh, why isn't it here? Oh, here it is. This is what's coming on the next Rewind show. Now we won't be doing a show for Christmas, so there's gonna be no show next week. But after that. Well, then, me and Ricky will be back in 2 weeks, obviously, and maybe Ben too. But what we got after that show then would be the stupid comment. Hang on, not stupid, but it's in the way. Fully restored studio taping 111. This is the show that we seen in the preview, that 3-minute preview. So this is going to be the show that Dave and I will do on Rewind next. And it's funny. I don't know why this is, you guys, but our NWF fans. This is their least favorite stuff. They like seeing us when we're kids, not knowing what the heck we're doing. They like the early stuff. I don't know why. But I don't mind it. But it's just like, I like watching it when we're more polished. But I know our NWF fans like the early stuff of us more than this stuff. But the reason I bring that up is because after this show, we go back to the, because I cycle through all the different phases. So then I'm going to be going back to the real early stuff, and then we're going to work our way up again. So, and all these on our Rewind shows. So, but yeah, that's what's coming up on the next show. And Darren was going to send me a graphic for what Keaton's next show is, but I don't think I ever got anything. So I don't have anything to show. So I don't know I can't remember who Keaton's got coming up next, but he's got somebody for Wrestling
Okay.
Revolution Keaton. Can't remember who it is though.
Oh, what do you know? Huh? What a shock! Crusher forgot.
So that's.
Color
So I
me
don't know.
impressed.
I guess our next show though, really with us, then is going to be me and you, Ricky, and I don't know who we'll have, if we'll have Ben or what, but maybe Ben and Mitch, or I don't know. We'll have to figure
Yeah,
something
maybe
out. We got 2
not.
weeks to do it, so.
Maybe not you, buddy. Yeah. Okay.
But we got to keep we know what we need, Ben. We need duct tape. So we can just shut him up so we can get a conversation in.
Can you put him on mute? Can you do that?
I wish I could, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, mute him. That's what we need to do.
He was probably once told how to mute, but once again, probably forgot as usual. But anyway, yeah. So how about we wrap this show up, because I have things to do, places to be, and people I don't want to talk to, like you two schmucks.
Why, do you want to get out of solitary confinement there, do you?
You're funny. Shut your mouth.
All right, guys. Well, it was a great show. It was great seeing the matches and having Ben back on again. We had a lot of fun in this one, just talking smack.
Yes, thank you very much. Good fun.
Yeah, it was good. And let's see. Oh, I got to get this in before I go. So Wrestling Revolution Keaton has Disco Dom on Sunday. So this coming Sunday, it's going to be Disco Dom from the Micro Wrestling Federation. So that'll be cool. So tune into that on Sunday. I don't know if I can make that one, Keaton. I'm going to try. You have Stevie Faye coming on, I think, in January. I will try to make that show. So I should be on for that one.
Stevie what?
Or not what did I say?
You said Stevie Faye. It's Stevie Fee.
Stevie Fee. Yeah. So he's coming on. That's how you pronounce it? Faye?
Yep. Fee.
It's kind of like Cobra K. Cool logo, Cobra K. Yeah. So yeah, we got I will try to make that show though.
He's lost the plot.
Stevie Faye.
Stevie Faye.
Stevie Faye. Don't think.
You're going to pay the ultimate Faye.
Disco Dom. So Disco Dom is this coming Sunday.
Faye right. Trigger. Faye Valley Driver.
And that's with Kayfabe with Keaton. And by the way, guys, he will be simulcasting on both channels again starting Sunday. I got him set up now for that. He was just doing it to his channel for the last few shows. So it'll be going to both channels on Keaton. On the Keaton Wrestling Revolution with Keaton. All right, guys. So it's been fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And Ricky, don't breathe into the mic like that. It sounds like an explosion. So with that, I wish I could mute him. Yeah. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will bid you farewell. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Me and Ricky will be on, and maybe Ben and maybe Mitch. Who knows? We're gonna see. We'll see what happens in 2 weeks. It'll be a surprise.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys.